Okay, so I'm live and I hope that all of you can hear me. Let me just confirm the sound a little bit and then I shall start. Yes, I am audible. Yes. Alright, so I'm meeting all of you after a very long time. I got a little busy with my personal life. That is why I couldn't make any explanations, but I'm back again with some new explanations, and today we are going to learn the ball poem which is in the English syllabus of class 10. Okay, and this is for both MBOSE and CBSE, as you know. Good evening, Eva War. Good evening. Good evening. All right, so let all the students join, and meanwhile I will start the explanation. And here I am going to make a line by line explanation. As you all know that I generally make a line by line explanation of when it comes to poem. Okay, so the name of the poem is The Ball Poem, written by John Berryman. Okay, so we will start the explanation very fast without any further delay. So if you see your book, you will see that the lines, there are no stanzas. Actually there are no stanzas, so I have divided the lines according to numbers. Okay, so we are going to learn the explanation of lines 1 to lines 4. Okay, lines 1 से लेके lines 4 तक का explanation हम आज देखेंगे. Let me just read the 4 lines. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over, there it is in the water. Now let me tell you one thing. I'll make a short analysis, the message of the poem, at the end of the video. Okay, here actually you need to know one thing, that here this I refers to the narrator who is narrating the poem. Okay, this I refers to the narrator or the poet himself. Okay, so we can say that the poet is actually the narrator of this poem, and there's a boy playing, he has lost his ball, and the narrator has seen everything, and then he is explaining. Okay, he is explaining. So these 4 lines, lines 1 to 4, we are going to learn now the explanation. Okay, so the poet here, who is the narrator also. Okay, as I already told you, जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया कि poet यहाँ पे जो है narrator भी है, वो सुना रहा है जो असली घटना है. तो क्या घटना है? The poet is speaking of a boy who has lost his ball. So the poet was standing somewhere far, and he saw that a boy was playing with a ball, and the boy lost his ball. Okay, and the poet was seeing everything. Okay, the poet wonders about the boy's feelings and actions after losing the ball. So as the poet watches the boy losing the ball, the poet is wondering about how the feelings and actions of the boy would be after he has lost his favorite ball. Okay, जब इस लड़के ने अपना favorite ball खो दिया, when the boy has lost his favorite ball, the poet is describing the feelings and actions, and he's wondering that through what feelings or emotions or actions would the boy go through. Okay, ठीक है. The poet has seen the ball moving away from the boy. Now the poet, as you know, as I told you, that the poet is actually standing little far away from the boy. The boy has not seen the poet, but the poet has seen the boy, and the poet has also seen how the boy has lost his ball. कैसे करके उस छोटे से लड़के ने, कैसे करके वो जो लड़का है जो अपने बॉल से खेल रहा था, उसने कैसे अपने बॉल को खो दिया. How he had lost his ball. So the poet has seen the ball moving away from the boy. Okay, so while playing, you see the ball bounced, and then the ball went away from the boy, and the boy lost the ball. Now how did he lose the ball, or where did the ball go? तो कैसे इस बच्चे ने उस बॉल को खो दिया, या वो बॉल कहाँ पे जाके गिरा? We will learn about that. MK Mayank, hello. Why am I watching? I already passed class 12. Okay, no problem. You can still watch. It's a very beautiful poem. Yes, MK Mayank. It's an iconic poem and a very beautiful poem. And at the end, there's a message that the poet wants to convey to all of us. Sir, when are you going to make a video on new English book of class 11? Yes, I'm going to make a video of class 11 also. Do not worry. Okay, don't worry. Actually, I could not make the video since it has been almost a month. I could not make any videos. I could not take any online classes. but I will continue. Okay, don't worry. Now let us continue with the explanation. The poet is thinking, what will the boy do now after he has lost the ball? तो पोएट अभी ये सोच रहा है, he is thinking that what will the boy do now after he has lost his ball. तो ये जो लड़का है जिसने अपना बॉल खो दिया, अब वो क्या करेगा, उसका बॉल तो खो गया. Alright, and the poet saw that the ball fell from the boy and was bouncing in the street, and eventually the ball fell into a nearby river. तो बच्चे होते हैं ना, you know small kids when they play with ball, you know when they're playing, what happens, the ball bounces away and then it goes to the street, and then it maybe falls in some you know water body. It could be a drain also, it could be inside inside some bushes also. Okay, so here what happens, the ball bounced away from the boy and it went through the street, across the street, and eventually the ball fell into a nearby river. तो बॉल जाके सीधा गिरा कहाँ पे, बाउंस करते करते, you know, it went on bouncing and bouncing and it fell into a nearby river. एक सामने की एक नदी में जाके वो बॉल गिर गया. तो eventually the boy lost the ball. ठीक है, this is the explanation of the first 4 lines. Now we are going to learn the explanation from lines 5 to lines 9. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. Now we will learn the explanation, lines 5 to lines 9. So the boy has got extra balls with him. Definitely, if somebody loses a ball, then he can easily go to the market and buy another ball, right? If you lose a pen, you can go to the market and buy another pen for yourself. But the problem here is, this particular ball which the poet has lost, which the boy has lost, actually he had many memories attached to this ball. Say for example, somebody gifted you a pen. See, your uncle or your aunt or your father or your mother gifted you a pen, and you have lost the pen. Now you can definitely go and buy another pen, maybe the same pen. You can go to the market and you can purchase easily. But no, the problem here is this, that there are emotions attached with that particular pen that your mother or father has given you. So that is the problem, the emotions, the memories that are attached to that thing that you have lost. So here also the boy has got extra balls. But the poet believes that telling the boy to get another ball is pointless or useless. So the poet thinks that, let me go and tell the boy that, why are you crying, or why are you feeling sad? You can easily go to the market and buy another ball. Maybe at home you have got more balls with you. Okay, you can bring again to the playground and play with that ball. But it was useless to tell that boy to bring an extra ball. It was pointless and useless to tell the boy to bring an extra ball, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because he saw that the boy was extremely sad. You see, after losing this ball, after losing this particular ball, the boy had become extremely sad. तो लड़का बहुत ज्यादा दुखी हो गया उसका ये पर्टिकुलर बॉल खोने के बाद. और क्यों लड़का दुखी है? Why is the boy sad? He can easily go and bring another extra ball. Maybe he has got plenty of balls at home. But the problem here is, the ball's loss reminds him of a happy childhood memory, of happy childhood memories. Okay, now this ball, maybe, okay, it is not written in the poem. I'm just telling you to make you understand that maybe this ball was gifted by the boy's father. Maybe the boy's father is no more alive in this world, so that particular ball attaches that memories of his father. It could be like that also. Or maybe this is the same ball which, as a small child, maybe when he was a very small child, he was gifted that ball and he had been playing with this ball since a long time. Now he has lost that ball. So when the boy lost this ball, it reminded him of the happy childhood memories. Now that boy is not going to get that same ball again because it has fallen into the river. ये बॉल जाके सीधा नदी में गिरा. अब ये बॉल वो वापस नहीं ला सकता. वो दूसरा बॉल तो खरीद के ला सकता है, लेकिन इस बॉल के साथ जो मेमोरीज अटैच्ड है वो कहां से लाएगा? The memories that are attached, the childhood memories that are attached to this ball, from where will he get those memories again? New ball means no memories, right? So he may have so many memories attached to this particular ball that he had lost. Obviously he may have many memories that are attached to this particular ball, which he had now lost. Now the boy feels the loss deeply because it represents those cherished moments, yeah, cherished memories. So obviously you see that the boy is very, very depressed. The boy is very, very depressed and very, very sad also, because there were many cherished memories which were attached to this particular ball that he had lost just now. वो memories तो उसे वापस नहीं मिल सकता. Those memories he will never get back. Thinking about that only, when he thinks about that, he becomes sad and depressed. Okay, more depressed. Now we are going to learn lines 9 to lines 14. I would not intrude on him. Again, I tell you that I is the poet. Okay, I यहाँ पे poet है जो कि narrator भी है. He is the narrator also. So I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball, is worthless now. A dime means money, actually currency. Here it is 10 cents. Okay, so a dime, another ball, is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. In a world of possessions, people will take balls. Balls will be lost always. Little boy, and no one buys the ball back. Money is external. इसका meaning क्या है? Very deeper meaning. This 6 lines has got a very deeper meaning, and you must also try to understand what is this deeper meaning attached to these 6 lines. Okay, connected to these 6 lines. Now let us see the explanation. The poet decides not to tell or advise anything to the boy and disturb his thoughts. Now you see the poet is standing very far away. As I told you, so this is the boy. Alright, this is the boy, and the poet is standing very far away. Now the boy cannot see the poet. The poet, the boy, and the poet has seen everything. How he had lost his ball, how the ball bounced and fell into the river. Now the boy is sad. The boy is sad, and the boy is thinking that from where I will get those memories again. I have lost this ball, and many memories were attached to this ball. Now the poet thinks that let me go and tell him that, "Arey, why are you sad? You can go and buy another ball." But then the poet holds back himself. Poet अपने आप को रोक लेता है. The poet stops himself, and the poet decides that no, I will not go and disturb his thoughts, because the boy is now thinking. What is he thinking? We will learn that. You see. So basically, in the first line of this stanza, the poet says that I will not go and advise the boy to buy another ball. I will not go and disturb the boy. Let him think. Okay, now what should the boy think? The poet cannot tell him to buy another ball with 10 cents. 10 cents is a very minimum amount. अगर आपको 50 rupees में एक बॉल मिलता है मार्केट में, it is a very minimum amount. But no, the poet says that no, even if it is 10 cents, I will not go and tell the boy to buy another ball, because he will buy the ball obviously with those 10 cents, a dime, but that will not bring back his memories. वो नया बॉल तो खरीद के लाएगा, लेकिन वो मेमोरीज उसे वापस नहीं मिलेगा. वो मेमोरी सिर्फ इस पर्टिकुलर बॉल के साथ ही था जो इस लड़के ने खो दिया. The memories were attached only to this particular ball which the boy has lost. So it is useless to tell the boy that go and bring another ball or go and buy another ball. A new ball cannot replace the childhood memories and sense of belonging attached with the lost ball. So I have explained you this thing already. The boy is experiencing, now you see that a turning point comes in the poem. एक कविता में एक turning point आता है. अभी क्या turning point है ये? The boy is experiencing a new sense of responsibility for the first time. Now what is this sense of responsibility? तो लड़के के अंदर, ये जो लड़का है, इस लड़के के अंदर एक नया sense of responsibility आया है पहली बार जिंदगी में. First time in his life, the boy is experiencing a responsibility sense. Now what is that responsibility sense? The boy should learn to take better care of his belongings to prevent future losses. Obviously, right or wrong, the boy should learn to take care of his things so that in future the boy does not lose anything. आपको अगर कोई चीज, कोई गिफ्ट मिलता है, if you get a gift from somebody, you cannot throw away the gift here and there. You have to keep the gift very nicely, safely, right? So that is the sense of responsibility. When somebody gives me a gift, I should take care of it, whatever gift it is. Okay, I should take care of it so that I don't lose anything in the future. So the boy has actually got a lesson. लड़के को एक सीख मिला. Okay, the boy has actually got a lesson that I should take care of my things. Okay, so the boy has become alert now. Maybe now that the boy has lost the ball, maybe next time when the boy will play with some other ball, or maybe the boy will write with a pen, he will take care of his things. He will not keep it here and there. He will not be negligent, right? He will take proper care of his things so that in future he does not lose. The poet observes that the world is full of materialistic things, and people often lose things similar to the boy's ball. Now you see, the problem here with us is that I told you already that somebody gifts you a pen. Somebody gifts you a pen. Now you don't take care of your pen, you lose it, right? Why do you lose it? Because you just take the pen as a pen only. You don't actually have any emotions attached to it, so you tend to lose it. So the poet says that the world is full of materialistic things. I mean, what are materialistic things? You see that we are surrounded by materialistic things. Okay, how? As you are growing up, you see, you want a good job, you want a very handsome salary, you want a car, you want a bike, you want a big house. So these are all our thoughts actually as we grow up. But we never think about spiritualism. We never think about the values, ethics, morality. हम ये सब के बारे में बहुत कम सोचते हैं. We think very less about all these things because the world is full of materialistic things. Right? Mobile phones. You see, I see, because I'm also a teacher, I see that nowadays as students go on growing up, the first thing that they demand from their parents is, I want a mobile phone. Right? But very few children are there or students are there who tell their parents that please buy me some books. I want to read good books, and books are cheaper than mobile phones, right or wrong? Because we are surrounded by what? We are surrounded by, we have materialistic thoughts in our mind. ठीक है? So people often lose things, that is why, because there are no emotions attached. अगर कोई चीज मेरे पास है और मैं say I have a pen with me, okay, and this pen is very important to me. Why? Because maybe it was gifted by my father and my father is no more in this world. So I will make sure that I, keep this pen very safely so that I never lose it. Right? And emotions, there's a difference between emotion and material thing. When you attach emotion to a particular thing, it is no more a material thing. You have memories, you have emotions, feelings attached to this particular thing. Okay, so it will no more remain a ordinary pen. ये पेन मेरे लिए ordinary नहीं होगा अगर इसके साथ मैंने अपना memories, emotions, feelings attach कर दिया, because it was gifted by my father. Okay, so people become attached to material possessions, but these items are not permanent. Now there is another lesson that we have to learn in life. Jitu Mani Talukdar, hello, how are you? You see that people become attached to material possessions, but these items are not permanent. देखिए क्या है कि actually what happens is that we have attached ourselves to material things more than spiritual things. Right? So if I keep a branded mobile phone, say a phone from an iPhone, if I keep an iPhone and some books on a table, 99.9% students or people will select that iPhone only. They will not select those books. Right or wrong? So they must understand one thing, that mobile can get damaged one day. Mobile can get damaged one day. But the knowledge that you get from books, that will remain with you forever and ever and ever. Right or wrong? So whatever is damaged is non-permanent. That is temporary. But the knowledge that you get from books, so books are permanent. Why? Because the knowledge that you get from books are permanent. I'm taking little time to explain. You can skip. Okay. Later on you can skip if you find it little boring. But I am trying to explain you into little, I'm trying to give you a deeper understanding of this thing. Okay, तो यही है ये चीज, जब आप एक मोबाइल लेते हैं तो वो होता है टेम्पररी, that will get damaged one day, but when you select books, the knowledge that you get is permanent. So books are permanent in that way, but we are attached to only material things in life, and these material things grow what? Greed inside us, right? So there's a difference. So now you see, now the boy has lost the ball. Now what can he do? Can he get another book? Yes, I will explain how to tell wild animals also. कोई चिंता नहीं जीतू मनी, कोई चिंता नहीं, मैं अब आ चुका हूं और मैंने वीडियो स्टार्ट कर दिया है, तो सारा एक्सप्लेनेशंस मैं आराम से कर दूंगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं इसमें, ठीक है? चलो तुम्हारे रिक्वेस्ट में मान लेता हूं, हाउ टू टेल वाइल्ड एनिमल्स इन माय नेक्स्ट क्लास. ओके, सो द बॉय नीड्स टू कोप विद द लॉस एंड लिव विदाउट दीज मटेरियल थिंग्स. तो लड़का जो है इसको अब एडजस्ट कर लेना चाहिए. Now since the boy has lost this material, this ball, what can he do? Can he get that ball back? आपने एक पेन खो दिया. You have lost your favorite pen, maybe gifted by somebody. What can you do now? It is wise, यही wise है कि you move on. You move on and become alert that next time I will not lose anything. मैं दोबारा कोई चीज नहीं खोऊंगा, मैं सावधान रहूंगा. I will stay alert so that I don't lose anything. I will take care of my things so that it does not lose in future. But if you have lost something, you must move on. आपको move on कर लेना चाहिए, ठीक है? यही है इस लाइन का मतलब. The boy needs to learn to cope up with the loss and live without these material things. मतलब the boy has to adjust. The boy has to move on. अब खो गया तो खो गया. It is lost. It is lost. Now let me move on. And you see, money is external. Means money cannot buy everything. Money cannot buy everything. Some things are beyond the reach of financial wealth. दुनिया में ऐसी बहुत चीजें हैं जिसको आप पैसे से नहीं खरीद सकते. आपके पास करोड़ों रुपए हो सकते हैं. You may have millions of rupees with you, but you cannot buy everything. Like ये एक बहुत हम लोगों ने बचपन में पढ़ा था. We studied when I was a child. I had studied a poem actually. I forgot the lines of the poem. Even I forgot the writer also. But I was a very small child when I read this poem. It roughly says like that you can buy a clock, but you cannot buy time. You can buy watch or a clock, but you cannot buy time. You can buy books, but you cannot buy knowledge. आप books खरीद सकते हैं, but you cannot buy knowledge. You may have millions of dollars with you, but there are many things in this world that money cannot buy. Money cannot buy feelings. Money cannot buy emotions. Money cannot buy love. Okay, so you must understand that money, that means money has no value. We go on, we have often heard about corruption, bribery. So when you say, for example, you go to an office and that office employee does not want to sign your file or sign your document, you have to offer him money. That means you have to bribe him, and then only he or she will do your work. So maybe you have plenty of money to bribe, but can you bribe death? When death will come to take us, is there any powerful person on earth? Say the most powerful person on earth. I'm not talking of India. I'm not talking of America. I'm not talking of London, UK. I'm talking any powerful person. The most powerful person in the world also. The richest person in the world also cannot buy death. Say death comes to take me and I am the world's richest, wealthiest person. World's wealthiest person. Number one. Okay, I rank number one. Death comes to take me and I offer death. I try to bribe death. Is that possible? No. Then how come I am powerful? That means money has no value. If money could have done everything, then money would have some value. But money cannot do everything. So money does not have value. So don't give value to money. Give value to emotions, feelings, morality, ethics, values, behavior, politeness, affection, compassion. All these are values that you must learn. And people will not remember you because you were richest. Because you are the richest person on earth, people will not remember you like that. People will remember you through your good deeds. आपके जो अच्छे कर्म हैं, लोग आपको उनसे याद रखेंगे. We never celebrate, say for example, Teachers' Day is celebrated. Why? Because that particular day is Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan's birthday. And in order to give him tribute, we celebrate Teachers Day. Right or wrong? So he is remembered like that, in that way. Why? Because he has some contributions to the society. But have you heard any richest person whose name is being like, on whose day, on whose birthday we celebrate something? No, never. Right or wrong? So keep this particular thing in mind, that money is not ultimate. Okay, so lines 15 to 18, and these are the last 4 lines in your poem. Actually, he is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of laws. Epistemology means the nature of laws, the nature, the system of laws, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. What is the explanation? So the poet says that slowly, slowly this boy is now learning how to move on, how to cope, how to stand up with the sense or nature of loss. देखिए, जिंदगी में आप बहुत कुछ खोएंगे. You will lose many things in life. You cannot keep on crying for everything. You have to move on. जिंदगी में आप बहुत कुछ खोएंगे, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आप सर पकड़ के बैठ जाए. आपको मूव ऑन करना होगा. वही विजडम है, वही इंटेलेक्चुअलिटी है कि आप मूव ऑन करके. You become little emotional, you become little sad, but you move on. You use your wisdom, you use your intellectuality, and you say that no, I have lost this thing, now what to do? I cannot get it back. So it is better to move on. But next time, such situation will not be created. I will be very alert that I don't lose anything. He is discovering the reality that life involves accepting and overcoming sorrows and loss. Yahi hai, this boy, now slowly, because the poet decided that I will not disturb the boy. पोएट ने डिसाइड किया कि मैं इस बॉय को जगह डिस्टर्ब नहीं करूंगा. लेट हिम थिंक, लेट हिम रियलाइज. उसको खुद रियलाइज करना चाहिए कि द बॉल दैट आई हैव लॉस्ट, नेक्स्ट टाइम आई विल नॉट डू इट, एंड आई शुड मूव ऑन. आई शुड नॉट बी सैड, कंटिन्यूअसली सैड बिकॉज आई हैव लॉस्ट समथिंग. इन लाइफ आई विल गो ऑन लूजिंग मेनी थिंग्स. So this boy is now discovering, realizing the reality that life involves in accepting and overcoming sorrows or loss. तो आपकी जिंदगी में जब कोई दुख आता है तो यू मस्ट ओवरकम इट, यू मस्ट एक्सेप्ट द ट्रूथ, यू मस्ट ओवरकम इट. ओके, सो आप सर पकड़ के मत बैठ जाइए, आप मूव ऑन कीजिए. सो अल्टीमेटली व्हाट आई मीन टू से इज मूविंग ऑन. आपने ये वर्ड सुना होगा, बहुत ज्यादा इस्तेमाल होता है आजकल टू एक्सप्लेन सम काइंड ऑफ रिलेशनशिप. वो ब्रेकअप वगैरह हो जाता है, देयर आर सम काइंड ऑफ ब्रेकअप्स एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स. सो आई मूव्ड ऑन. तो ये मूविंग ऑन वर्ड इज वेरी ट्रेंडिंग, ओके, नाउअडेज. ओके, सो मूव ऑन करना, ठीक है. वी नीड टू फॉरगेट द पेन ऑफ लॉस एंड मूव अहेड. यही है कि इफ यू लूज एनीथिंग दैट यू कैन नॉट गेट बैक, यू नो दैट आई कैन नॉट गेट बैक दैट थिंग, मूव ऑन. यू विल बी सैड फॉर अ वाइल, कुछ देर के लिए आप दुखी हो सकते हैं, लेकिन फिर आप अपना बुद्धि यूज कीजिए और मूव ऑन कीजिए. We should also learn to accept and let go. तो हमें accept कर लेना चाहिए. Say death. Death has to come one day. We will lose our near and dear ones one day. We have to accept it and move on. Right or wrong? Death is the ultimate truth. Death is universal. यहाँ loss, death को भी mean किया है. Loss means death also. So there are many things in life that you will lose, like death. Through death, you will lose. I will lose my near and dear ones one day. So you have to accept that and you have to move on. You have to let it go. Okay. So here is where the poem ends. Now what is the message of the poem? So the message of the poem is that in life we sometimes lose things we love and we are attached to. So जिंदगी में हम ऐसे बहुत चीजें जिसे हम खो देते हैं. We lose many things and many of our emotions, memories are attached to that particular thing. But we should not feel too sad or hopeless or disappointed when we lose that thing. तो हमें उदास, थोड़ी देर के लिए आप उदास होइए. You would become sad for a while, but don't become sad for a long time. Don't become hopeless for a long time. Don't become disappointed for a long time when you lose something. Instead, we should try to understand the loss and find the strength to move on. So you have to grow that inner strength inside you that I have lost this thing. I became little sad, but I must accept also. मुझे accept भी कर लेना चाहिए and I must move on also. Right? Just like the boy who lost his beloved ball, we can learn from our losses too. So this boy had two senses. First is the sense of responsibility that next time I will not lose anything. नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं कुछ नहीं कहूंगा, मैं बहुत सावधानी से अपना चीजें रखूंगा, ability. Okay, and second is what? Second is acceptance or moving on. I'll put on moving on. ये दोनों चीजें इस लड़के ने सीखा. This boy has learned these two things. First is responsibility. Next time I will not lose this ball. I will take care of it. And if I lose anything, I will move on. So these are the two things that the boy learns. So there will be many losses in our lives as we continue to grow. So as you continue to grow, there will be many losses in your life. आप बहुत कुछ ऐसे जिंदगी में है जो खोएंगे. हर वक्त आप सर पकड़ के तो नहीं बैठ सकते. You cannot sit holding your head and crying. You have to move on. So, but we must also develop the inner strength to deal with that loss courageously. तो उस loss के साथ आप बहुत strongly face कीजिए उस loss को. You should face that loss very strongly, very courageously. ठीक है. तो this is the explanation of the poem, and I've explained you the message of the poem also, the theme of the poem. Message of the poem is the theme of the poem also, the central idea of the poem also. The poet हमें क्या बताना चाह रहा है? What is the poet trying to tell us through this poem? It means central idea. So message and central idea are same. So if in case if it comes in the exam, what is the central idea? You can take help from points from here also. All right. So this is the explanation. All right. And in the next class I will bring some other explanations also. Don't worry, actually I did not give any notification for the class, but I'll make sure that when I take any class I'll give you a proper notification. Please go and follow me on Instagram, but before that let me tell you, please subscribe to the channel, like and share my videos as much as possible to all your friends. You can share the link from the from here only while you're watching the video, and you can scan this QR codes also. I'm also there on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram. You can scan the QR code, or you can get this link from my description box also. You can go and check it out. And then I'm there on WhatsApp also. You can directly scan this code and you can get connected to me on WhatsApp also. I have a website where I frequently go on giving you notes. So you can check it out from there also. And let me give you a very important information, which is that possibly there will be a change in the exam pattern for class 10 next year board exams. Okay, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow I will inform you through Instagram. Tomorrow or the day after tomorrow I will give you a detailed information about the new policy of the Meghalaya Board of School Education or the Education Department of Meghalaya. तो एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ मेघालय ने एक नया सिस्टम निकाला है. उस सिस्टम के बारे में शायद आप जानते होंगे, नहीं जानते होंगे. मैं आपको थोड़ा सा डिटेल्ड इंफॉर्मेशन दूंगा. एक खुशखबरी भी है. देयर इज अ गुड न्यूज आल्सो दैट आई हैव हर्ड फ्रॉम मेनी बट नॉट येट कंफर्म. सो वी विल ऑल discuss about that tomorrow. Okay, so either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, if I happen to do the class tomorrow, I will inform you through Instagram. Please go and follow me on Instagram right now. अभी जाके मुझे Instagram पे follow कीजिए ताकि आपको notification मिल जाए. ठीक है. तो with this I would like to end the video. I would like to end the live streaming. Thank you so much those who have joined the class, live class. Eva War, MK Mayank, Emilia Motho and Jitu Moni. Okay, thank you so much for joining the video and thank you so much for commenting. Okay, so let me end the live streaming. Thank you so much. With love from Omni Gyan, and all the best to all of you. Thank you so much.